And we're back. I never know how to start a video. One of these days I'll make an intro, but for now, pointing and snapping or doing something fancy like that seems like the gist of what we're gonna do. But back on another episode. Like we talked about last time, we're probably going to listen to some dogs bark in the background, chop up a perfectly good turbo and exhaust manifold, and then make it so it doesn't leak anymore and have bolts fall off. Off camera, I went ahead and got some things checked out. The 2.5-inch V-band that I have, and I do have a better male-female, like I said, that should be here. Amazon says it's 10 stops away, so let's find out if we actually get to cut these off and weld them on today. But went about making sure, where did I hide it? Oh, I got myself a temp gun, because we're gonna do some preheating, obviously, with the torches. Broke my tripod, so I have that rigged up for some time-lapse shots and stuff of the welding, which is awesome. But over the next day or two, we'll be finishing this so we can get the car back together, which will leave us 10 days or so to get a couple little things done that I want to do and get the car back to drivable, get a couple little burnouts and stuff done, and get you guys some content. But downpipe, really, really crappy. Getting remade. Exhaust, actually not so crappy, but I've never really had an S13 exhaust fit like this. And it made me think, you know, maybe someone had made it, but the flanges and how it is you could tell it was a bot kit and someone had just modified some stuff on it. And then I see this tag. Is it just me? Or does that tag say R32 on it? It's not an R32. Well, explains part of the fitment issue. I don't really care. I have a flex pipe from an old Honda exhaust that I had. I'm not putting this glass back on. I like the loud drony exhaust sound that an SR has with 3-inch exhaust, but I'm going to chop these off and I'm probably going to V-band them. And I might either replace this center section with this piece of flex, or I do have a Black Horse Racing one coming, should be here tomorrow, with the bends of stainless I need for the downpipe. So I might just put that flex in the downpipe instead. Keep all the weight off. But one of the other things I want to do is, I noticed there's 2 hanger spots that they cut off, and then my hanger in the back. Mine bent from the impact of the tire. I'm going to bend it back or cut it off and modify it. And when I do, I'll go ahead and add probably this one back in, because I like that it's midway and it will take some of the flex off. But definitely want to chop these flanges, so I mean that's a good 1/2 inch of clearance. It'd be nice to have something to remove the exhaust in sections though, because I really dislike that whole one piece setup. But we know what we got to do first. Bolts, get the exhaust housing off, and then I need to get these probably pulled out to make it easier to cut this weld, which is going to be really fun to do. And with that, let's jump right into some fab work as usual. Okay, so as you guys saw on the time lapse, scoot up here. Pulled the exhaust housing off of the turbo there. Everything looks great. It doesn't look like it's made contact anywhere on the inside. It was sealing fantastic. I'm happy about all this. Went ahead and I already put my Sharpie away, but I went ahead and see if you guys can actually see this. Come on, you never want to focus for me. Gotta figure, oh, there again. I went ahead and marked basically the bottom of the flange, all the way around the turbo, so I can get at it with a cutoff wheel. I went and got some thin cutoff wheels from Home Depot. They're Diablos and stuff, so we'll go ahead and do that. But then with the exhaust manifold, I'm gonna pull these studs out, and then same deal. Cut the flange off, but I want to split this weld. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'll take a file and check the flatness and a straight edge. I want to make sure this piece of structural steel is still flat on top once I'm done. But we'll jump into all of that right after I go ahead and, it all looks great. Thought it was falling. Ooh, it's scary. So while I was going through that time lapse, I got some stuff from Amazon, like I said. This is the one I showed you yesterday. Let's see. It's not going to focus great, but see how they're both smooth? I don't do these style. These suck really bad and they're scary. So went ahead, Evil Energy there, and get this guy popped apart and show you guys before the camera dies real fast and I have to go grab a new battery. male, female. I'm digging this a lot more. It actually sucks that the receiving flange is about half the thickness on this one, but I'm not worried about that. I'm gonna burn this in nice and hot with some, where did I just hide all of that? We're gonna do 309L filler. Ooh, you're never gonna see that. And we're gonna do a 250 or so degree preheat, which is why I got the temp gun and all that. But before any of that, and quit talking all the nonsense, let's cut this flange off, let's cut this flange off, and then we'll start sizing stuff up. But I'm gonna go grab another battery, so. You guys want to see a neat trick? Yeah! Oh, my face is so black and dirty. There is grinding dust everywhere. That took like 16 discs or something stupid. It took like 8, I'm kidding. But yeah, I don't ever want to do that again. Got one flange off, got the other off. This one kind of bugs me. English, Joe, English. We'll talk about that one in a second. This is actually great. I want to go hole. There's actually a hole here, but it looks like it stayed full. This one, and this one, I will fill up with TIG welds. I'll just go through and TIG. I'm gonna acetone all that out. It's all clean. I want to repair the crack that this has. Where's my finger? Under this runner, which will be actually. How hot is this? Not that hot. Can we see this now? See if you'll focus for once. Kinda, maybe. It's there. It's a crack. It's a big one. So, drill on one side. I'm not going to be able to get. Oh, actually, I could come through this runner and get maybe a drill hole right there. But that's the best way to terminate a crack. Drill on both sides of it, and then weld the holes closed, obviously, with the bead. Oh God, I'm so sweaty. That'll be easy. Now let's talk about the V-band on this. Oh, it's warm in my legs. Very, very warm. So, set that back there for a second. Drop everything as usual because I'm never organized and always messy and dirty, but you'll see V-band, turbo, no flange, and a mistake, a weldable mistake. I can do this. I know I can do this, but when I sized this, I sized it with a piece of 2.5 inch tube, stainless 2.5 inch tube. Not thinking, I ordered a 2.5 inch V-band. V-bands slide over a piece of 2.5 inch tube into this notch in the bottom to make welding easier. So the 2.5 inch tube fits over this perfect with almost no gaps. Sneeze! The 2.5 inch V-band does not quite fit as good. It actually leaves me a little bit of a gap on 4 of the corners. I can get it to sit a little better in some spots where I actually will have a nice bead all the way around, like 7/8 of it, and then it leaves divots in there. I'm thinking I'm just gonna go ahead and weld that. I'm gonna preheat the crap out of it. I'm gonna get it to like 250. I got the torches, I have the infrared gun so I can do that. God, I'm so dirty and just so messy. This sucks, but you know, mistakes happen. Everybody's not perfect. I sized it with something that wasn't quite exactly what I wanted, and now I have to pay for that. I mean, there's people who go to school for this stuff and never mess up, and there's people who go to school for this and still mess up, you know? It's just part of the game. I mean, it's good. I'm pretty sure I can do this. Those corners suck, but if I weld them from the inside and then come through and weld onto the outside, it's gonna seal. I know it's gonna seal. There isn't going to be really any horizontal stress on it. It's going to be the turbo sitting down on the manifold. But if it was bottom mount or something, I might be a little more worried because there's going to be all that weight on it. But I think I got this. And then I know I can weld it to this flat flange of the structural steel, which is still really warm. Wow. Not worried about that. And then when I add the V-band to the exhaust, that's going to take care of the movement from the 7 feet of whatever straight pipe. But let's... So much dust, I'm just sneezing like crazy. Let's just jump into welding it now and get some actual footage going. What do we weld first though? Let's do the manifold, because I'm not as worried about the manifold. I look like such a dork with my hood on still. Man, am I sweating my butt off. But so far, nothing is cracked. The 309L is holding up great. This gap and this gap are gonna play some fun for me, but it is what it is. I know I can weld as much of the inside, 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 and then inside as I can. And then I'm gonna go through and probably flip it over. And once it's flipped, I'll weld on the actual lip that this provides. Worst case, I'll break out the wire feed and I'll fill that gap from the bottom. Trust me, nothing wins, not anymore. I'm gonna make sure this does not fall off, this does not leak, I don't have an issue. Then we're gonna clamp it all together, make sure everything fits, which I'm actually gonna test fit right now, and then we're buzzing this thing out, and then it's gonna hold. We're gonna drift, and we're gonna beat the crap out of this car, so let's do it now. Oh, I'm sweating my butt off, but that guy's done. I am not grabbing that just yet. I need to get a clean or a dirty pair of gloves so I don't use my clean gloves. I'm trying to get in a habit of keeping my TIG stuff clean from now on. That's one of the better tips I've gotten. It got dark real fast out here. Let's grab some thick leather boys, and I'm gonna set you guys right here for a second. Throw these on. Okay, I don't need any of that anymore. We'll set that there and close. Bottle up. But I just wanted to thank everybody for the support, the likes, the comments. You know, everything is awesome from you guys. I'm gonna grab this and I'm going to find where I set that stupid nut for it. Probably somewhere over here. And yeah, I just ramble here, but yeah, you guys are the best. You guys are keeping me going anytime I feel down or anything like that. I don't want to film. I just think, man, I should get something done to keep you guys, you know, happy and interested, which sounds super funny to me, but I love it. It's actually really, really fun. Keeps me busy. And here, you know what, I'll turn you guys so you can see actually what I'm doing before this thing cools down. Ooh, God, it's freaking hot. Oh, it's hot through the gloves. Oh man, it's really hot. Oh, don't you love when someone doesn't edit stuff? Holy hot potato. Man, that thing is that's toasty warm. Get that set on there. Come on, all the way up. There you go. Good. Ta-da! Check that out. Okay, now if I can get this on there. Man, if I touch this with my bare hands, I am gonna be a sad little boy. very quick, I know that, so. Oh, it fits, so I just gotta get the nut on. Why I took the gloves off to do this, I feel dumb. But yeah, I want it to cool, flange to flange, slowly, and so I'm gonna let it sit. You guys can't even see me. But that way, hopefully, it tries to keep any warp out of it. Oh, I am so nervous. I can't believe it worked. And I feel like my welds have improved very much over after doing the intercooler piping and doing the charge piping for everything. It just, yeah, I feel so much better about all of that. It seems like it's sitting flat everywhere. Right. So now I can take these gloves off. And like I said, I wanted to thank everybody for the support, the comments, the likes. We're just doing what we can here, man. We're in a single car garage, and I say we a lot, but I mean me. I have my old lady help me sometimes, like bleeding the brakes and stuff. My stepkids, you know, I don't have a lot of friends to help me because they all live down in Portland. It's 40 something miles, 60 miles, so yeah, it's a long way. But Rambletron, here we go. Just wanted to show you guys. No cracks, no nothing. I am so happy with this. And if you listen, no tinks, no nothing. That 309L, man. And let's see. Oh, wow, she's decently warm up there. Yeah, wow. This is rad. I mean, like 23 bucks or something, and it's Home Depot, not Harbor Freight. My bad. General, you guys do the rest. There we go. And so now we know when I get the rest of the parts for the downpipe and everything tomorrow, I should be able to knock this all out. I have a new 3-inch V-band, and theirs again were Chinese and they were smooth. They had a female on this side though, and a smooth boy on that other one. I'm not doing that. I have a leftover 3-inch male that fits right in there. So we'll be remaking all the exhaust tomorrow. But that's for tomorrow. Like I said, thank you guys. You guys are the best. Tell a friend. Subscribe if you haven't already. And we'll see you guys tomorrow. Average Joe channel, out.